The 1% mindset, how rich people think differently about money. Why is it that only a small percentage of people in the world hold the majority of the wealth? It isn't because they work harder than everyone else. It's not because they were born smarter, or even luckier. The real difference lies in how they think about money. For most people, money is something to be earned and spent. They trade their time for a paycheck, then use that paycheck to cover bills, buy things they want, and maybe save a little if there's anything left. But for the wealthy, the 1% money is not just a tool for survival. It's a resource for freedom, growth, and security. They see opportunities where others see obstacles. They play the long game while others chase short-term rewards. In this video, we're going to break down the key ways rich people think differently about money. These aren't just tips. They're mindset shifts that completely change how you handle wealth, opportunities, and risks. By the end, you'll see why mindset matters more than income and how adopting these principles can transform your financial future. Rich people see money as a tool, not a reward for the majority. Money represents comfort. A paycheck means bills paid, groceries bought, maybe a new gadget or vacation. But the wealthy don't see money as the end goal. It's a tool to create more opportunities and long-term security. They understand that every dollar has potential energy waiting to be unlocked. It can be spent on instant gratification, or it can be put to work, invested in stocks, businesses, real estate, or skills that multiply income over time and keep producing. Instead of asking, "What can I buy with this?" the 1% ask, "How can I grow this into something larger?" This mindset is the foundation of their wealth. They know money can either be consumed quickly or compounded strategically, and they choose compounding almost every time because that's what builds freedom. They prioritize assets over liabilities. Most people spend their money on things that lose value: clothes, gadgets, luxury upgrades. Rich people focus on acquiring assets, things that generate cash flow or appreciate in value and continue working for them long after the initial purchase. An average person might celebrate getting a raise by upgrading to a larger house with a bigger mortgage. A wealthy individual may instead take that raise and put it into income-generating real estate or a diversified investment portfolio that grows steadily. This doesn't mean they don't enjoy luxuries, but luxuries usually come after their assets are producing enough income to pay for them without stress. They don't trade financial freedom for temporary lifestyle upgrades, because they know every liability takes them further from independence. They understand the power of leverage. The 1% don't believe in doing everything alone. They leverage three main resources: other people's money, other people's time, and other people's skills, multiplying what they can achieve far beyond individual effort. While most people shy away from debt, wealthy individuals know how to use good debt to their advantage. For example, borrowing to invest in a business or real estate can create returns far greater than the interest owed and accelerate growth. Similarly, instead of trying to do every task themselves, they build teams and delegate, freeing up their time to focus on high-value decisions that truly move the needle. Leverage isn't about being careless. It's about amplifying results by using resources strategically and intelligently. Done right, it turns limited personal capacity into exponential financial power. They think in decades, not days. Most people want quick wins. A promotion this year, a windfall tomorrow, a lottery ticket to change everything. But the wealthy think in decades, because they understand that patience is the ultimate multiplier of wealth. They understand the principle of compounding. That small, consistent actions create massive results over time if nurtured carefully. When they invest, they're not looking for overnight riches or hype-driven trends. They're planting seeds that may take years to bear fruit, but once they do, the harvest is exponential. This long-term perspective allows them to stay calm during market downturns, make smarter investments, and avoid the destructive cycle of chasing short-term gratification. They'd rather build wealth slowly and sustainably than gamble for quick but fleeting gains. They value learning over earning. For the wealthy, knowledge compounds faster than money. While many focus only on earning a paycheck, rich people constantly invest in themselves through books, mentors, courses, and experiences. They understand that a single idea, connection, or skill can create millions over a lifetime. This is why they never stop learning, because they see education as the ultimate investment. They treat mistakes as tuition fees for growth, not as failures. And each setback becomes a stepping stone toward future success. They know the mind is the greatest asset, and everything else flows from its strength. They protect their downside. Always wealthy people may take risks, but they are calculated risks. They constantly ask, "What's the worst-case scenario? Can I survive it?" While others gamble blindly. The 1% build safety nets. They diversify investments, hold emergency funds, and insure against disasters. This way, even if one venture fails, their financial foundation stays intact and they can recover quickly. Their focus is not on avoiding challenges altogether, but on reducing unnecessary exposure so that no single failure destroys long-term progress. The difference is simple. Average people fear risk and avoid it altogether. Wealthy people embrace risk but manage it intelligently. They focus on cash flow. not just net worth. Most people chase a higher salary or a bigger number in their bank account. Rich people know that what truly matters is cash flow, the steady stream of income that keeps coming in regardless of daily effort. This is why they love investments that generate passive income, rental properties, dividend stocks, or businesses that run without their constant involvement. They focus less on status and more on stability, because cash flow is what allows freedom of choice in daily life. A high net worth looks impressive on paper, but consistent cash flow creates real freedom. The ability to choose how you live every day without being chained to active work. They surround themselves with winners' mindset is contagious. The wealthy deliberately surround themselves with people who think big, take action, and push them higher. Most people stay in comfort zones, hanging around friends who reinforce their current habits. But the 1% know that your environment shapes your expectations. By associating with ambitious, driven individuals, they raise their own standards and gain access to ideas and opportunities they might never have discovered otherwise. They focus on creating value, not just making money. Here's a key difference. Average people ask, how can I make money? Wealthy people ask, how can I create value? Money is the byproduct of solving problems. The bigger the problem you solve, the more money flows your way. That's why the 1% focus on businesses, products, or services that improve lives. Instead of chasing dollars, they chase impact, and wealth follows naturally. They guard their time ruthlessly. If money is a tool, time is the currency of life. The wealthy understand that time, not money, is the most precious resource. While most people trade time for money, the 1% flip the equation. They use money to buy back time, outsourcing tasks, automating processes, and eliminating distractions. Every hour saved is an hour invested in creating more wealth or enjoying life. They know you can always make more money, but you can never make more time. The 1% mindset isn't about luck, inheritance, or privilege. It's about thinking differently, seeing money as a tool, prioritizing assets over liabilities, leveraging resources, and focusing on long-term value creation. These shifts are what separate those who build lasting wealth from those who stay stuck in financial cycles. If you start applying even a few of these principles, you'll begin to see money and your future in a completely new light. Wealth begins in the mind before it ever shows up in the bank account. If you found this video valuable, don't keep it to yourself. Hit the like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to the channel for more deep dives into wealth, mindset, and success. Your financial freedom starts with one small mindset shift. Make that shift today.